Hey everyone, Josh Martinez here, and welcome to this week's idea. So this week's idea will be looking for buying opportunities on the S&P 500, specifically the futures contract. So ticker symbol is ES, and this is an E-mini future. So on the daily time frame, we have an up 1-2 boundary. We have a 236 retracement, making the extension the 1.61. So our price target or long-term limit that we're going after is 7365.00. Now the stop will be below the one boundary. So in this particular scenario, the stop is 5880. Now we are in an uptrend and we are making higher highs and higher lows, and we're reacting bullish nicely at the uptrend line. And so there is about 1,820 ticks of upward movement. Now the issue with the daily time frame is that the risk is relatively large. And so how can we get the reward of 1820 but lower the risk? And the only way in which I know how to do that, or at least try to, is go to a smaller time frame. So if I go to a 1 hour time frame, where every candlestick represents 1 hour of market movement, what I can do is I can put on the end goal in mind, which is 7365.00. And then in this particular scenario, what I can do is bring in my downtrend line and just acknowledge that currently the market is retracing bearish. And a lot of that is because the daily time frame was retracing, because like think about it, if the daily time frame is moving from that high price to that low price, that created a bearish trend on the 1 hour, because every candlestick represents 1 hour on the hourly time frame, and then every candlestick represents 1 day on a daily time frame. So in this particular scenario, we can begin to see that the market is making lower lows and lower highs, and we can divide the market into a buy zone and into a sell zone. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this market to break and close above that blue line and enter into the buy zone, allowing the buyers to take over. Not saying the market will do this, but if it does, if it can form a high higher than the previous high and then retrace and form a low higher than the previous low, I can then go and apply my favorite entry strategies in the buy zone, buy when the buyers are in control, and try to take the ride from when the market enters into the right zone to 7365.00. This is no different than what you would have done over here, where the market was once upon a time in a downtrend, then shifted and entered, and then became a bull trend. Downtrend, bull trend, downtrend, bull trend. So all I'm really doing is just acknowledging that these short-term movements are not here very long, and that eventually it should bottom out and the market will rally. And I'm just acknowledging where the market pushes, gets pushed down. Okay, so this concludes this week's idea. What I'm looking for is long ideas towards 7365.00 on the S&P 500. If you go to TradingView and you look up my name, Joshua Martinez, all one word, no spaces, so you can just see here, just say Joshua Martinez, and you go to my profile. And on my profile, you will see I post these ideas. So I went ahead and already posted this week's idea on here. You can get all my notes. You can get my stop price, my limit price, the overall buy zone, sell zones, and you have this play button to where you can see if I'm right or wrong. So like for example, here's last week's idea where we had a gold opportunity for 3,084 ticks. There's a before, press the play, kind of see we're almost to the limit, haven't hit it just yet. And then just kind of see one by one, kind of see where we're at. All right, everyone, understand that there is risk involved in trading. You should never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Always keep risk management in mind. Understand that we are not CTAs, which stands for Commodity Trading Advisors. And what that means, what we're sharing with you is research. What you do with this information is completely up to you. Past performance is not indicative of future returns. There is risk involved in trading. There's no such thing as 100% absolutes or guarantees. Just because we went over the opportunity doesn't guarantee that we're going to have a positive outcome. Look at us like a newspaper. We'll share with you our research, walk you through our trade ideas, but what you do with this information is up to you. Have a wonderful day. My name is Josh Martinez, and I'll see you next time.